What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Gotta Get Back, the Samurai Jack and Review Show. Welcome to Project Potter. Welcome back to Project Potter. This is episode 40, guys, kicking off season 4 of the Samurai Jack and Review. We're doing a recap here. We're doing a favorite character, a favorite scene, a score out of 10, and some trivia. You guys already know we're getting down there. We're second to last season now, so I think we have 23 episodes left to go, or 22 after this, so here we go. Okay, guys, so just want to start out with this episode. Once again, just credit to the sound design and Samurai Jack. They're so good, episode in and episode out. But we cut to like a dark, gloomy building. It's almost like a big house, like almost like a mansion, kind of like what we saw in the haunted house episode. But there's a ninja scaling, or a figure scaling the building here, and we're like, oh. First, I was like, oh, cool. This is Jack going up and down. And then it was like he looks in there and Jack is like meditating in front of a fire, and he's got a sword down there, and this ninja is going. He's like up on the catwalks, and he's crawling around, and we think Jack is caught off guard, although Jack's kind of looking around. He takes a look behind him, he doesn't see anything, and then the ninja slowly goes in there, and what happens? But he slices Jack in half. Well, it turns out it's a Jack robot. Aku shows up and he's like, finally, he's like, someone who can take down the samurai. And then he's like, finally, my quest will be over or whatever. So he takes like a walk to follow Jack. And then we get it cut to the real Jack. He's walking through the forest, and the ninja's following him like up in the trees. And this is kind of a theme here where Jack is shown in the light a lot, and the ninja is in the shadow. Well, he goes to kind of take down Jack, and then there's a screaming boy. So Jack runs after him, and he has to save him from a giant crab robot. And there are a lot of these crab robots. So he's like, this kid has the most annoying scream ever. He's like, and I'm like, but he doesn't say once. He says the whole time. I'm like, bro, we get it. You're in danger. Look, Jack's gonna help you out. Don't worry. Super, super annoying, but he's like, hey, they're attacking my village, and they go down. It's like right on the water. So Jack goes over there, and it's all the village people, and they're scared, and they're looking, and just a whole bunch of crab robots. And Jack takes them all down. Meanwhile, the ninja is like sulking around behind everyone, like on the buildings, going around. Jack is taking these things out one by one. They're actually coming out of the water too, which is cool. The boy actually gets like dragged like towards the water. Jack takes him out, and then he's like, oh wait, but my mom got taken. And I'm like, this family sucks, dude, like get it together. But she's like already underwater, so Jack puts his sword in his mouth and he dives in, and everyone's kind of holding with bated breath, and Jack eventually surfaces with the mother, and he's like, look, you all need to run because of what comes next, because he sees a giant, like the king lobster robot comes out, and it's huge. It's fighting him, and Jack's like, he takes it down relatively easily, gives it a few slashes, and then, he jumps around a little bit, but eventually he takes it down because Samurai Jack's not going to be taken out by some dumb robot crab, you know what I mean? So that's cool because it falls down, and they give him all these like prizes, like, oh, thanks for saving our village. And then they're like, oh no, my boy. And it turns out that little annoying kid got stolen. Now, why anyone want to steal that kid? Because he's so annoying, I don't know. But obviously the ninja takes him to lure Jack in. So he lures him into this tower, which is like just down the road, apparently, here by the beach. And this structure is like a whole bunch of catwalks all around. It's like built for ninja, dude. 100% like designed for the ninja. So Jack walks in, and the boy is like strung up, and it's actually kind of messed up because it looks like, first I thought he was like hanging for a second, but he's clearly bait. And he goes in there and he goes to free a little boy, and then as like he's going to free him, he sees in the kid's eyeball reflection that the ninja's coming at him, which is cool. So he like gets out of the way and cuts the boy, and then rolls with him, and he goes down, and the kid is like shook, and he just goes, run. And it's like, and the music kicks in. And then I gotta say, guys, the last like 10 minutes of the episode are where it's like where it makes its money for sure. So it's light out, and Jack's looking around, and it looks really cool. but it's kind of empty, and we get like a horizontal shot, and it's Jack Eyes where he's looking around, and he's fighting the ninja a little bit. They come down, they have like a sword fight. He's trying to like cut all the catwalks down, so Jack has to avoid those. And the ninja is strong, but eventually like they go up and they start fighting on the platforms. They're relatively evenly matched, but then like Jack gets he has the high ground, and the ninja is down below, and he's like shinobi. He's like trained to fight in the shadows, and it's really cool because the ninja like ducks into the shadow, and you just see his eyes. And he's like, I know your style of fighting. He's like, you use the shadows to your advantage. But he's like, he takes off his gi, flips it inside out, dude, and it's all white, and puts it back on. And then he like tapes his wrists and his ankles and his mouth. And he's like, but I learned to fight in the light. And I was like, oh, dude, this is going to be a battle. And so the sun is going down outside, and then it changes to this style behind me, this black and white, where it's like the sun coming in, but the sun setting, so the light is shifting. It's amazing. Honestly, some of the best stuff that Samurai Jack has done. So we get this incredible like 5-minute straight sequence of like Jack being in the light, and all you can see are his eyes because everything else is like blending in. And so they're cutting through the different parts. So it's like white stripe, black, and it's like they're moving through, and like the ninja, like he's like blinking in and out of the black because he's blending in, and all you can see are his eyes. And then Jack like is in the light, so like the ninja has trouble with them. It's really, really cool because they play with light so well, and it's like the way the sun is going down, the light is moving, so you'll see like the entire panel shift over there, and they give some like hacks. They're pretty evenly matched, but then like Jack is running, and then like the shadow is running. They both kind of go at each other, they miss. It's really awesome. I can't do it justice for this, but like the ninja jumps down, and we like kind of get a zoom in, and Jack jumps after him. And then Jack is kind of looking there. He's looking around. He can't find the ninja anywhere. The sun is going down, and the light shifts. And then Jack is like hanging out in the one last part of the light. And we think that he's kind of just standing there, and he's ready. And we think that the ninja has the jump on him, but nobody gets to jump on Samurai Jack, dude. And so the ninja thinks it's his perfect time. He strikes. He goes out there. Jack sees it at the end. He uses his sword to blind him, and it kind of throws him off, and then he throws his sword so it sticks him to the wall, and we get this amazing like side shot where it's like Jack in the white, and then the ninja pinned up against just right in the chest with the sword, and Jack kind of slowly goes over it. The colors change back to the normal like sun setting, and then it's really cool because the ninja just slowly slides down and like cuts his face in half as he goes down. Jack kind of looks at him, and she's the sword. The music is going again. It's like drums. It's very like serious tone the whole time. The sun goes down. Jack kind of goes out there. The little annoying boy is still there, and he's like happy to see Jack. And Jack kind of holds him right in front of the sunset. The sun sets. That is how the episode ends. Okay, guys, for a magic sword, it's got to be Jack in this one. Yeah, just the way that he was kind of outmatched with the shadows, and then he said, actually. You think you have the advantage of the light, but he's like, actually, dude, I trained in the light. And he's like, guess what? And like when he takes his gi off and turns it around so it's all white and like changes his outfit, so cool, dude. Like it's like a transformation basically. Samurai Jack's like, actually, dude, I know how to fight in the light. Last 10 minutes of this episode are just insane. So, but Jack is easily, there weren't too many characters in this one, but Jack is the magic sword for this one for sure. So Portal in Time for this week, guys, is tough. So I am going to, again, kind of cheat and say that entire sequence of the fight, when the color changes, Jack switches his gi out, and it's that black and white fight, that whole sequence. It's so amazing to watch. It's so crisp, and like just the way they play with colors and things is awesome. So that whole sequence was one of the best of Samurai Jack has ever done. And yeah, just got to tip my cap because it was like a pleasure to watch. It was like eye candy for sure. So that sequence is going to be our portals in time for this week. Okay, guys, this one is tricky. So this is a score portion. I was initially down on this episode. I thought there was way too much fluff. Like Jack getting to, first of all, we see one scene with the ninja who kills the robot Jack. And I'm like, and then now he's trained to kill real Jack. I was like, all right, dude, Aku, you should know better than that. Like we should have seen him like killing multiple Jacks or being challenged or something. So There was a lot of fluff there. The crab robots, I don't understand why those were even involved. It could have just been like Jack being lured and lured and lured and lured until we get to the tower where that amazing sequence is. With that being said, the last it's probably 7 straight minutes, at least 5, probably 7 of that black and white scene going back and forth. Not to mention the fight before the sun even goes in, before they even change the colors, is actually really good too. So the last like 12 minutes, I think, is when they get to inside that tower. Really great stuff. And so that is going to naturally elevate the episode and the score for me. With that being said, this one is going to be an 8.6, just because I wanted to give it a lower score, but that sequence is so good that it has to raise it for me. I was thinking like a 7.9, but I think that sequence at the end carries it so much. I just think there was way too much fluff before it. I didn't care about the crabs or the people. That boy was annoying. So like him seeing Jack seeing him at the end after, I was like, all right, like this kid didn't need saving. Like, so I don't know. It would have been better if there was like more at stake, I think. So, but yeah, you have to tip your cap because that scene is just incredible, visually stunning. So yeah, that's going to be my score for this week. Okay, guys, so Jack facts for this week, just one this week, and it is that the same scream is reused for this little boy 3 times while he's in the jungle, with the first one fading out. Speaking of fading out, I am also fading out of this shot. I don't know why, but yeah, this kid's annoying. They're like, we're going to use that 3 times. And I'm like, hey, don't do that. But that is our one little Jack fact for this week. All right, guys. Well, that's it. That is 40 episodes in the book. So that's the season 4 opener. Thanks for checking out Project Potter. Thanks for checking out Gotta Get Back. We're making our way through here, guys. So this is the last season with 13 episodes too. So all the other seasons have been 13 episodes. Season 5, the final season, is only 10 episodes. But I cannot wait to get there. I'm sure it should be good. But we're enjoying season 4 as we go. So not a terrible start. I think a pretty solid episode to start season 4. You think of the remaining 10 minutes, but I just, not to reiterate or repeat myself here, but I just think there was too much before that I didn't care about, that kind of held the episode back. So, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Ring that bell notification you already know. And until next time, guys, gotta get back.